Let's keep it simple. We're looking at growth over the last decade. Real estate is not the same as stocks. There are costs, it's not as liquid, but it comes with something stocks don't. It comes with a place to live, and typically it's easier to access financing with real estate than it is for stocks. In Nanaimo, over the last decade, the average single family home price went from $470,000 in 2016 to $840,000 ending December 2025. That represents a 79% increase. In Victoria, the average home in 2016 went from $650,000 to $1,150,000 ending 2025. That represents surprisingly a very similar percentage increase at 77%. Now, if you compare that to the S&P 500, which has increased over that last decade by 206%, those figures are lagging quite a bit behind the S&P 500. Now, if you own versus renting, let's say you're saving about $1,000 a month. That adds up to $12,000 a year, and over that same decade, that would be $120,000. So now all of a sudden the numbers are looking a lot more similar. That's not considered profit because with real estate, there's a lot of expenses. There's insurance, there's property taxes, there's mortgage interest, maintenance costs. But it is a realistic cash flow difference compared to renting, especially for the people that are paying rent. Now here's the real difference with real estate. It's leverage. Most people don't buy a home in cash. They typically put a smaller amount down and finance the rest. This is really hard to do with stocks. With real estate, you can use leverage to see the same type of gains as you would in the stock market with much larger numbers, which with a smaller investment initially, which is the down payment. Now, there's a flip side to that as well, because if the market goes down, those losses are also amplified on a percentage basis versus the initial investment as well. Now, here's my takeaway. Although the real estate had smaller growth than the S&P 500 over the same decade period, it offers unique benefits, like a home to live in, potential rent avoidance, and accessible financing for leverage. If you're wondering what this comparison looks like for you based on your budget or where you want to live, I'm happy to walk you through the numbers so you can make a decision with clarity, not guesswork.